Welcome to another episode of the Jay Spade Show. Feels good, feels good, feels good. Shout out to my dog, Young Jimmy, a.k.a. Random Jones. That's who's rapping this verse right now. Oh, we got a treat for everybody tonight. Whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we got a special guest. I'm a very prideful guy. I don't like to admit shit. But you can't do nothing but tip your hat to today's guest. He been running the NOLA League since about Madden 18. A lot of people's calling him the Jordan of the NOLA League, man. And damn it, how can you go against it? I don't lost how many counts the man. The man might be a 28-time Super Bowl champ. Countless MVPs. The best passer in the game. I haven't seen nobody better. But if you focus too much on the passing, that's when the run game get going. The best user that I've seen and that I've played against. We got to give it to the GOAT right now. Mr. A Boogie, what's happening with you, man?
What's up, bro? How y'all doing, bro? What's good with y'all?
Man, I had to sip on that, man. Like, you don't know how much my pride be holding me back from saying all that, but you got to just tip your hat, dog.
I understand, bro. I understand.
What a Hennessy at, man? This ain't no proper, but what a Hennessy at, dog?
Hennessy is not too far.
Hey, man, but can we get a shot of Hennessy?
Yeah, bro, you get a shot of Hennessy, bro.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna take a shot of Patron, man. Let me go get some Patron right fast, man. This is gonna be a shot before this interview, man. This is gonna be a class. This is gonna be a class.
Mm-hmm. That smells good.
Today's show is brought to you by Hennessy and Patron. Why leave without it? Hennessy Black. All right, man. I just want to tell you, bro, you the first person on a Jay Spade show that I'm taking a shot with, man. So, hey, man, I got to give it up for you. Hey, man, to the success you have had in the NOLA League, to the success you have had outside of gaming with your football team, which we're going to get into. But, hey, man, just the Mamba mentality that you do carry around, man. Salute to you, my brother.
Woo. That was good.
Oh, man.
That there was good, bro.
All right. Let's get to it, bro. Hey, Boogie, we going to get into a little bit of the past first. Hey, man, you done had some classic games with some classic people, but it just seemed like, man, you get over the hump, man. I want to go back to one specific game. against Coach V. You was down. I don't remember the score right now, but you had one possession left. And V, who we're going to have on the show, has told me and has told you that he was in there celebrating with his family before the game was over. Talk to us about that one play. I'm going to let you finish the story. I ain't going to even tell everybody how it finished. But you're down. You got one throw left. Tell the people what happened.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, for the record, it wasn't a field goal game. I want to say it was a 4 to 5 point game. I want to say somewhere between 23, 27, somewhere like that. Well, it was a diversion play I ran because I just wanted to get closer. You know what I'm saying? I feel all through the years, I felt good about jump balls with chalk. So, but I want to get him closer where Baker can use his arm strength to get him, at least give him the one-on-one coverage by himself before the safety over top gets there. So I want to use him to run everybody off. Mm-hmm. And on the opposite side, I had a wheel route coming with a dig. And I wanted to let Evan Ingram get the wheel route, sideline somewhere between midfield and the 40. But it didn't go there. What happened was, I can't really say the coverage he was in, but his free safety went, his strong safety flat-footed, right there in the middle of the field. Mm-hmm. Cornerback is looking at the wheel, so it's like, oh, and then I rolled out the pocket. So, Baker rolls out the pocket. He got the arm strength. It's just like it's up to the safety, the strong safety who had a flat foot, didn't move. It was just like, okay, we gonna throw it then. Like I said, when I seen it, it was just like, no. The only way this pass doesn't complete is if Baker throw the ball wrong. Mm-hmm. If he throws the ball wrong, it's not completed. And Baker, clutch moment. He put the ball on the money. Chalk caught it. And like all Chalk could do was just fall in the end zone.
Man, when I tell you that was one of the craziest Madden games and the craziest plays I've ever seen. And bruh, it's crazy because I thought you was done. Like, I'm like, finally, that boy V done got over the hump. We know how many years V has been trying to beat you, man, in the playoffs. And man, I was kind of happy for him. And I was like, hey, he finally lost, but then you threw that touchdown, bro. And I was like, man, you're gonna have to really, you won't beat this dude. You gotta beat him the whole 60 minutes, man. Hey man, I feel like that was one of your greatest wins I have seen during your match.
I want to touch on something. You know what's crazy? The next season, I had the same kind of game. I want to say against the Lions or somebody, where I needed a field goal to tie, but Odell comes across the red line. And for the record, Odell was hurt against V. Mm-hmm. I had a lot of people hurt. They didn't come back to the Super Bowl. But yeah, I had the same kind of game against the Lions, Odell comes across the field. They playing deep, and he takes it to the house. Like I said, all I needed was a field goal. But they were so out of position playing the deep ball. And Odell, so man, his play speed is like no other. Once he touched the ball, you just like, where did this come from?
Right.
So, hey man, like I said, it's just like you say, you gotta play the full game, and that's how I come in. I don't want to take advantage. I don't want to take anybody light, and I don't want to celebrate early unless the game is really over. There's nothing else that can be done.
I want to move a little bit to this season. You had 7 games. 5 of them has been blowouts. Closest games you had was against old Dickie Johnson, 21-16. That was the kickoff game of the season. And the game against Lil V, 27-26, that was a classic. And that's where I want to move to. The word around the league is you human, man. And Superman does have kryptonite. And a lot of coaches feel like Lil V is your kryptonite. You finally got a stage right now to set the record straight. Before, when Madden first came out, you and Lil V was going at it hot and heavy. He's finally in the league due to this pandemic, due to the coronavirus. Set the record straight on your thoughts about Lil V.
Well, yeah, when Madden started, I don't like to make excuses. Everybody was trying to get acclimated with what was going on, you know. A lot of people would say I take games with money on the line more serious because I'm motivated than just playing somebody. I wouldn't say that. I don't like to make excuses. He came in, the things he were doing. This is the difference between when you play in a league and when you play regular online games. When you play regular online games, and I myself have to get out of that. You can't just play with teams based off. You can't just not play with teams just because you don't like them. If that team fits your scheme, you have to play with them. You have to. I was playing with the Browns, which we know everybody on the Browns team is young. They're not like I have them in the league. I could, at that point, playing Lil V the way I played him, it was impossible. Would have been impossible to play him how I played him the adjustment I made in the league to play him. Mm-hmm. Him being a kryptonite, I would just say he came in with a hell of a plan the first 2 quarters. A lot of miscues was happening, you know, which happens during the game, but it's all about how you adjust. Mm-hmm. I will never say a man is my kryptonite. I will never say I'm immortal. I'm not immortal. I am human. But the difference between me and other people is I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to get complacent. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to find a weakness you have. And the adjustment I made, no need to put it out there. You know, I'm pretty sure if anybody watched the game, they saw the adjustment I made. He couldn't hang with it. He couldn't do nothing with it. The adjustment I did to him on offense, he couldn't stop it. Mm-hmm. And what the people want to say is Madden, I'm like this. When you sit down and play a game with anything, whether you're playing Madden, whether you're playing football in the rain, whether you're playing basketball in a hot gym, you are to be accustomed to the conditions. Therefore, you have to make those adjustments. You feel me? You gotta get accustomed to it, and you have to make your adjustments. I made my adjustments to the Madden game. I made my adjustment to what was going on, and sure enough, what happened? I came back. I stopped him from scoring on some of the stuff I kind of felt he shouldn't have scored on from jump, but he did. It was a certain play he liked to run.
Right? He was down early.
I was down early. It was a certain play he loved to run that I noticed, and when I did something differently, he threw a pick. He threw a pick. He overthrew the ball and threw a pick. And I actually gave a pointer on that, whether he wanted to listen to it or not. I actually told his father whether he wanted to listen to me or not. Why that will happen more. It will happen more if that play, if he goes look at that play, if the pressure is there, that's going to happen more often. That's not a good play. It's just something you see because you're trying to move what's going on. But like I said, I won't say it's a kryptonite. I just say he came with a game plan. Just like I could say Dickie came with a game plan in the first game of the season. The only difference with that was